welcome everyone to Filter and My Podstream. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the both of us. Now, we created this Podstream because we wanted to get to know more about our fellow streamers, followers, or viewers in the community. When we're streaming, it's kind of hard to get to know someone from Stream Chat. So we've decided we were going to bring on two individuals each Podstream who we were interested in getting to know better. As some of you who were here to watch our first pod stream, either live or via VOD, we had announced that we're doing a fundraiser once a month for a chosen recipient to help make their life a little better. We also announced we'd be choosing a recipient once a month who cannot afford a Star Wars sub and gifting them a 60-day sub so that they can play the game without restrictions to keep the magic going. So without further ado, let me introduce our first interviewee today. Kelladorn, please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kelladorn. I stream.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it together.
Can you please not talk so much next time? Please, please, please. That just means that we have to talk more. See?
Hold on, I got to squeeze my hog real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, my Lord. No, is that seriously the answer? I just want to know because Filter would be then on the stage getting ready to ask the question.
Thank you for that nice introduction there. I'm glad I got to know you a little bit more.
Let's do it the right way. Hi, guys. I'm Kelladorn. I'm a veteran. I stream all sorts of different games, not just Star Wars: The Old Republic. Started streaming this game a while back and left the community a while back as well. So I just figured I'd come in and say hi to you guys. I fucking do the occasional Star Wars stream, so just letting you guys know. Hi, I guess. Now, can I finish squeezing my hog?
Yes. I'll give you a minute too.
Oh my God. Wow. All I can say is never mind. I'm not going to say anything. This is how I expected it to go. You are right on point, my friend.
By the way, when you guys clicked that channel, you had to agree to the mature content there, so just for warning.
Hey, just saying. Oh, look, man. Nami got my channel name. Jesus Christ. Can you believe that?
All right, man. So I'll be the interviewer today. So I just want to know, first question here, how long have you been playing SWTOR and how did you find out about the game?
On and off since around 2011, latter part. And how did I find out the game? Okay, how did I find out about the game? So we had this, and if you guys from AO are watching, I love you guys before I say this, but I was in a gaming community, and we had this really hardcore Star Wars nerd. And he was like, hey, I found this Star Wars game. And I was like, well, what's it like? And he's like, well, it's mixed reviews, whatever. And we decided to play from there.
So you heard about it from a nerd who was like, yeah, let's go play this game, and here you are?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Now, what did you guys exactly do in the game? Like, what was your favorite activity back then that you guys enjoyed doing?
Griefing however we could grief, because it was like you got 1 to 50 and there was shit to do after that. I mean, it was really a bad time for the game as far as rollable content. So once you got to 50, there was nothing else you do except hang out. And like if you had a PvP, I think when they introduced PvP, we did a little bit of that, and then we were done.
And you were doing that like off and on, like when you come back to the game here and there, and then be off, and that would be mainly like your favorite activity.
We really didn't come back to play serious until like there was a situation in World of Warcraft where they were they banned a ton of people, right? And they banned you for the dumbest reasons of all. And I was one of them. So we got 6 months to think about everything that was going on. We were like, well, why don't we go play this game? And we came back to it. We played. We did good. We brought our A team. We finished out what we needed to finish out here, and then we dipped.
And during that time, were you ever streaming the game like during that time, or?
I did, because when I first started streaming, oh no, not during the run. I did not stream the game during the run.
Okay.
I started streaming after I'd met some people in the community I thought were pretty good people and shit, and they kind of got me into it and everything, and of course that went to shit, but yeah.
Now, what other games do you play? I know you've already told me a couple of games, but if you just want to let everyone else know what you play in case they don't know.
Ark, Survival Evolved, Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Conan Exiles Online, Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online. What else do I have? Bloody Boobs. I play that in my off time because it's a single player game. It's got Mondo set of tits you can put on the characters. I'm not even playing. I could link you fucking screen trailer to the game.
And you also play BDO, right? I don't think I heard.
I like playing BDO. It gives me a nice break from hearing shit like, oh, you toxic, blah 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 blah, and shit like that. So I go over there where if you say somebody's toxic over there, they probably are.
Because I mean, I like when you were showing me clips and showing me videos and everything. I liked BDO. I mean, it was a fun game. I mean, from what you did show me, it can get toxic. Would you say like BDO, SWTOR games are like up there in like toxicity? Like those games are not meant for those people with.
So toxicity is strange because you can't gauge it. Me and you've already talked about that. We can't gauge toxicity. In certain communities, people are really, really fucking toxic. Like League of Legends, for example, that's all over the internet, most toxic, blah, 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 blah. But then you come to a game like Star Wars and people say, oh, well, this person's toxic because a lot of times you may have told them something they don't want to hear. And automatically that's not their point of view, so you're toxic at that point. And that's one of the things where toxicity is just hard to judge.
That's when people kind of, would you say, like blur the line a little bit?
Oh, I would
be truthful and toxicity.
I would give you this, and every streamer that has streamed for longer than a minute in the Star Wars directory is there are a lot of two-faced motherfuckers in this directory. I'll tell you that right now. All right, point blank. And you just kind of got to watch, pick and choose, and see who's going to be the most honest with you. I'm fortunate to say I've got people that are up front. They come up and they're like, nah, I can look at shit this way. And I can get around that,
Now, have you seen any significant changes when you were in the SWTOR community till now?
I have.
Like the streaming community as a viewer?
As a viewer, yeah. I don't stream the game that much. Here's what I've seen as a viewer. Viewers in this community I have yet to go, and I'm not trying to pick on you guys that are watching the stream or anything. I have yet to go into a female stream in this community and not see some kind of bullshit of you guys trying to get a date with her or something. I mean, Jesus Christ, somebody go outside and get laid. Fuck.
Squeeze the hog.
Yeah, fucking squeeze the hog. Do something. Don't tell them you're squeezing your hog. Fuck. Don't send them screenshots like you've done to a couple of women. Fucking hell. I mean, if you know somebody or you're talking to somebody and you know them, like I do that a lot with people that I know. If I know them, you'll see me make comments fuck, Fielder, you saw it last night. I'll make comments or I'll get that sly fucking cheeky laugh out of you or some shit. But if you don't know the person, goddamn, don't go in there and be like, want to see my dick? It just don't work out that way.
It doesn't? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Continue on.
Nami, do I need to send you another picture of my cock? Remember that glorious cock, that big fucking huge cock? Do I need to send you another one of those pictures? That cock was impressive, and I don't give a shit what nobody says. All
You
right,
know, you are true. That is a true
I
statement. I must admit, it was probably one of the biggest that I've seen. Yes.
Good God.
hey Richard, how you doing? Good old Richard. But no, I mean, but seriously, like, so what have I seen as a viewer? That and like, if somebody comes under attack in the Star Wars directory, um, it's hard to say. Like, you just don't know how anybody's going to react. A lot of white knight virginity and shit like that going on. I mean, but like I said in the previous statement, put the game down, walk outside, go actually meet somebody, go on a date, try to get laid. I mean, easy.
Now,
Look at that. I said dick, and the response in chat is like someone say dick. Oh, that dick. Jesus Christ.
Well, Ryan's got it pretty down there. He even sent a picture of his. See, look.
Yeah, see, there's a cock in chat right
There
now.
you go.
Ryan, thank you for that cock, bro. I really appreciate you putting your cock and stream like that. It's awesome fucking job, man. Just don't burp the worm, bro. Burping the worm. I got to give whoever said that earlier, man. I got to give them credit. He's right, man. That's like the funniest shit I ever heard.
now, what other things have you seen
Wow.
that as far as the changes there? Like, besides
The changes are not for the best. I can tell you that. As a viewer, I watch streamers a lot that preach that. And Peter, I'm picking on you a little bit. They're preaching like to people coming into the game. If you're doing story modes and shit like that, well, it's okay. You see the behavior all the time. People standing in shit on the ground, doing whatever in a story mode. And hey, it's okay. The healer can heal through it, type deal, right? And I don't think that's a good change because these people get used to that. Hey, I can stand in this story mode or whatever, and then they get in a veteran raid later, and you run into somebody that's like, "What the fuck are you doing, brother? Get out of the shit on the ground," and they don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that that's a good approach to have. Um, because people pay to play this game, right? When you're doing ops, even when you do ranked PvP, right? Like people pay $15 to do this shit, right? So if you are promoting that it's okay to play the game badly, but 7 other people are suffering for it, that's 7 people are paying $15. Man, that's $105 that is just in the shit house because you learned wrong. You know what I mean? So, wasting other people's time can be a thing. Wasting other people's money can be a thing. I think things should be taught the right way. And that's, bravos and kudos to those that teach the right way. I really enjoy watching those streams. Banter in the streams. Guys, I can go in the streams and there can be like 2 viewers in the stream and you're just sitting there like, well, fuck. Shit like that. You just like see the have you ever been there? You've seen the broadcast, you go into the stream and you see the broadcaster sitting there and it looks like he's taking like 50 fucking bong hits and he's just zooted out of his mind and he can't do anything but stare at the screen with his mouth open like it's roaming for cock or some shit. Come on, Fielder, you've seen it. You guys have all seen it. At least TMG gives me a goddamn fucking fucking table dance or some shit. Jesus Christ. But that's the way I feel as far as do I see changes? I do see some changes. Some of them are good changes, like the banter in some of the streams amongst the broadcaster and the people. Those are good channel. Those are good changes. The banter. It's been missing for a long time. The banter. What do I see that's bad that I've seen is some people come into streams just to get banned. I swear they do. And you just can't stop them. I mean, you go into streams that don't ban anybody, and these fuckers find ways to get banned. I mean, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, is it a good change or a bad change? Both good and bad. It's good because this directory, to this day, you guys got a new expansion coming out. I'm going to stream it. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'll stream it. And stream all the shit that I want to accomplish in this game. But at the same point in time, this game still, with the creators that are in your channel, like watching your stream right now, have the ability to push this fucking game directory way up, get more viewers, show people stuff, you know. Hey, Richard, he's flashing his cock because that's a glorious cock, whether you like it or not. And we all know that you have no problem with a cock. Just saying. No, not at all. I've heard him. You know, but that's the thing. You've got to be, you've got to want to take the directory to the next step. You've got to want to play the game. People want to see you having fun. They don't want to see you fucking stoned out of your mind playing the game, and all you can do is stare at the camera with drool coming down the side of your chin or whatever is dripping down the side of your chin. Just, you know, they don't want to see that shit. They want to see you playing the game. They want to see you having fun, not playing it like it's a job. You know? A lot of people get away from that. So those are the changes. What have you seen?
What have I seen personally about the community in general?
Yeah.
For me in general, the changes. I mean, the chat and here and there, but it's just more like when I first came into the Solo Tour, and I started watching for about a year now or something like that. Even though my channel was ironically created in 2015, I don't know how. Like when I talked to you about it, I was like, that was still a mystery to me how my account was created back then. But when I first came to the Solo Tour Direct, I just saw nothing but like ranked PvP. Like that's all that anybody really streamed was ranked PvP. Anything that was PvP related, that was the only thing I saw. And then slowly but surely got, thanks to Nami and then, getting other people involved, now it's more like, oh, you can, if you really want to go, here's an op. Even if it's in German, there's an op right there. There's ranked PvP right here. There's PvP right here. There's this, there's that. There's now like somewhat of variety, so to speak. But that's the change I've seen. Is like I thought, had putting ranked in the name, meant like, oh, instant viewership, and I was right to an extent. But it's just, I'm glad there's more content to watch.
You're
I've
not
seen.
looking dead at me, are you?
Huh?
You're not looking at me dead at me, are you? The stronghold.
I don't think I'm looking at. Oh, you're doing a no-bows dance across. Oh, top Nami.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't mind. She's just relaxing, looking up, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, those are just small changes I've seen. I know there's certain people that when they do ranked PvP, they have like everyone who is in the ranked community stops and they just go to that one stream. So now it seems like ranked PvP is the only thing worth watching, while everyone else is dwindling down there in views. So
you know what's scary to me about when we talk about the Star Wars community on Twitter and everything?
What?
Very, very, very rarely do we see the actual SWTOR community management team interact with streamers other than their influencers. Very rarely.
Yeah, that's. Excuse you.
Very rarely. I mean, well, TMG drink fucking bar don't count. God damn it.
So would you say if they were like, let's just say for example, like one of them was streaming, like Keith or Charles or Eric was streaming, would that be like a change in the right way, like a good direction to go to then? If they were having to just a couple hours there just streaming.
No, I mean, I think they need to go away from the norm. I need to get away from, Okay, I'll make a perfectly good example. Hey, Charles and Eric, get the fuck out of Peter's stream and go sit with Vimipris. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that is up and coming that has good content that people want to watch. Go sit with her. Fucking do another interview with Snave. Fucking get in fucking Ryan's stream and let Ryan McMahon fucking ask you fucking questions. You do these things. Get in the community, not just in certain people's streams. That's where they need to change it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interacting
more with the community.
Yeah. I don't need to be an influencer. I shouldn't need to be an influencer to get my ticket answered. I shouldn't have to go to an influencer to make a fucking suggestion that I put on the forums or DM them 20,000 fucking ways. You see what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to do these things to get a point across, but you always do.
And the sad part is, I mean, you listed off, and I feel like just some of the things, like I want to have faith in where SWTOR is going, but I just have a lack of faith in.
I don't see him in. I don't see him in your stream. I don't see him in Nami's stream. They be in TMG stream, but let me tell you, after about 20 Jaeger shots, they probably get the fuck out of there before it gets crazy. Table dancer. Shit, for that matter, go sit with Finland. Let her ask you some fucking questions. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it.
Fenwin nim rating, asking her questions while she's nim rating.
I would love to see it. I would love to see her have to explain to the manager on why she's actually having to do shit the right way. I would love to see that. That would be so. I would love it.
And is that all the changes? If you have like more that you've seen, maybe as a viewer or possibly as a streamer, is that all of them, or did you have a couple more? Or?
No, I would just like to see them in the community in general. Just not in certain streams, because right now they're in certain streams.
Because the only thing I've heard of someone doing is Keith. I think it was Keith. If Peter wants to correct me, or you guys want to correct me, that Keith is the one that was doing the PvP or something like that. Like he was on a different character. Like no one would know his character, but he'd be actively doing PvP or something like that. I don't know if it's ranked or solo or regs or whatever, but he was,
Is
not
he still alive?
I don't know.
There's where I'm at. I'm like, fuck, is he still alive, or did they kill him and throw him in the closet somewhere? I mean, god damn it, regular Kelladorn, Nami, the NA's gone. Did they kill him and throw him in the closet? Because we still hadn't got his fucking, we were promised these road maps every so often. We still don't have a fucking road map. Right? So what'd they do? They kill him, throw him in the closet, lock him up, say you're not allowed to write anything, making her job harder. I mean, so we don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't answer that. I'm not in the meetings, so I just know that someone in the community was doing. I don't think it was Moscow. I think someone told me it was Keith that he was doing active PvP and all that good stuff. So that's the last I've heard of that. So
it's saying I ain't killed him yet. I mean, but that's about all we could cover on that community, because that's about all I got to say for him. It's being mismanaged. What can I tell you?
Now, in the SWTOR community, who have you been inspired by?
Snave, absolutely, 100% Snave.
And what about Snave that inspired you to, be who you are in the community and all that good stuff there?
So when I play SWTOR, right, I play alone these days. I don't do well with other people. Sometimes I don't play well with others, right? And sometimes I do. It just depends on the group. But sometimes you really get demotivated to play it when you're playing by yourself, right?
Right.
So you don't want to play it. So I can sit here and I can open Snave's stream up. he's always interactive with chat, whether it's trolling, no matter what he's doing, he's always interactive with his chat, and he's playing alone most of the time too, right? So I can feel that. I can, I'm with him on that wavelength. I say, okay, this guy does shit all by himself too, so I'm not the only one, right? You know, and that's where I'm at with it. And he inspires me as far as to be who I am, dude. Never, you should never be anybody else than who you are. That's it. You should never aspire to be anything past who you are. I mean, you are you. You don't need to fire up OBS and turn on the fucking bright lights and put on wigs and costumes and beanie caps and fucking glasses or fucking anything like that. You just need to be you.
Sorry, Ryan. I guess you don't need to put on your Papa Bear hat anymore.
Except for Ryan. I'm gonna fucking riot if I go to the stream one more time and that damn hat is not. Love that fucking hat. That fucking chick magnet hat. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking chick magnet there.
Because when you said all that, I was like, oh yeah, I guess Ryan can't wear his Papa Bear hat no more if you're talking about hats and beanies and glasses and everything.
Look, I'm not gay and I'm far from it, but I'll tell you right now, that man puts that hat on and he's 200 pounds of sexy right there. I'm telling you, that's a chick magnet hat. Yeah, so don't get no ideas, Richard.
Yeah, he has too many ideas, so let's not talk about Richard. Might spill them all to us, and we might never recover.
Go watch his VOD, dude. He's like, I'm gay, show me, I'll judge. Go watch his VOD. He had the hat on. Yes, it was it yesterday, day before?
Oh, here we go. Here's a clip of him right there.
Yeah.
The 5-second clip by Fenwin.
Oh man. Man, 200 pounds of fucking just raw sexy right there. You guys enjoy that.
Now, is Snave the only one that you've been inspired by? Have you been inspired by anybody else?
Sakari. I don't know how many of you guys have been able to catch a streak with Sakari as well, because Sakari is. I can have actual intellectual conversations with Sakari. He's a really, really great guy. At the same time, he does. He's Sakari. He's got feelings too. And sometimes that when you're dealing with people, you may get, your feelings may get hurt, this, that, the other thing. But I would have to say, as a total overall influence, the Snave's probably 95.9% of the influence as far as, or inspiration as far as SWTOR goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I watch other streamers in the direct. You got, media a little bit, that you got to throw out there about Peter, but I mean, god damn it. Is Peter still in stream?
He's probably like AFKing somewhere.
Oh, Peter. God damn it. He needs to answer.
He's there. He's good to go.
Peter, no matter what, you inspire me too, buddy. Don't worry about it, because like I said earlier, you are and forever will be always that SWTOR guy, the biggest shitter I know.
The biggest shitter I know.
He is, man. He'll mock you in a heartbeat. Fuck. I'm trying to. But,
Still breaking up. It's he's in a bad spot somewhere in the house. Though. He's talking like a Daft Punk robot right now.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
There you go.
All right, now you're back to normal.
Yeah. Maybe it's just
Bro,
me. I don't know. Me, because I was like,
we've covered this. When you're squeezing your hog, you've got to stay away from your electronics, bro. I mean, you're hitting it by accident and going straight to that robot thing.
yeah. I noticed some white stuff on my screen. I was like, man, I have to wipe this stuff off, but I don't know how
Okay,
it got there.
boys. Okay, back to the interview. Let's go back to the interview.
Nami, you're interrupting my time with Kelladorn.
Well, if
Hey,
you're
it's
seeing
not my
white
fault. He had
things,
tech problems, right? I mean,
yeah, if you're seeing white things on your screen, you're done already. Okay, let's just say, okay.
So Kelladorn, moving on here.
yeah.
What do you plan on doing this year? Anything new that maybe you didn't get to last year?
Just chilling out, being myself, dude. That's it. Like I know last year, yeah, I plan on staying out of the fucking hospital so much. There you go. That's a great goal right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's me. Just being myself, being cool, just being cool with whoever, and if I can, I don't.
Is there like any games that you haven't gotten to that you would like to get this year? Or just being yourself, being chill, calm, cool, collective, out of the hospital.
No, just being calm, cool, collective, not really worried about jumping to different or anything like that because, like, shit, you get to a point where if you try to stream every game that comes out, right, you're never good in any of them. Just fucking mediocre in all of them, and you never excel in one. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to take time out to be me and get back to gaming because that's what it's about in the end is gaming. You know, I'm just a dude that games with OBS open. That's how I stream. I'm there to play my video game.
And you're
And
gamer first, and then streamer later.
Yeah, I mean, because it's weird with me. I don't give a fuck about anything that streamers care about. And I'm gonna put this out there because it's the truth. I don't care if a person finds me entertaining. I don't care if they find me toxic. I don't care if they find anything wrong. I don't care. I'm gonna keep OBS open. I'm gonna keep going. I don't give a shit. They can view, they can watch, or they can not watch. I don't care. I'm gonna be playing my video game. And to me, that's what it's about. I'm playing my game. I'm interacting with you guys, but I'm playing my game. When you get to the streamer aspect of it, a streamer gets, oh, goddamn, my views. Oh, goddamn, the community hates me because they're not watching my stream. I don't give a fuck about any of that, really. And, of course, I still mod 7 other streams, so, blah, fuck, you with me on that trip last night. Blah, fuck that shit, you know. That's why I'm not streaming today. I'm dead fucking tired up till 5 in the morning modding streams. I still hadn't slept because, well, my liquor bottle won't empty. But that's what I plan on doing this year. Just being me, bro.
All right, man. Hey, man. Well, we had a good time last night. That was fun. Going ahead and just not really trolling people, just more like just having fun in people's streams and watching their reactions. That was fun.
This big Sasha, I still fucking want to get hold of the kangaroo he has for a pet and tear it off, beat him in the head with it. Asshole. If you're watching, Sasha, you asshole.
Well, that's the questions I had for you there. If Nami wanted to go ahead and ask you something, I'm sure she would.
She's probably going to ask why I'm doing the no bones dance over the top of her head.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
Don't worry, I'll be done in about 10 minutes. There'll be a glorious spurt, and you'll have extra hair conditioner in that tune.
Okay, now. Oh, man. Did we really want to get to know this guy more or better? What is going on? And I blame Filter, too, because he's doing the same thing. I need to go over here to TMG.
It's a circle jerk. She's the pivot point.
I'm only seeing one here. So, yeah, I'm sticking over here with TMG. Here,
come back. We need our pivot person. Get back.
Oh, my God. Okay, anyways, Anyways, yeah, I'm really glad that you are getting back to streaming. You, I know you were streaming before. I think when I started streaming myself, and then you took a break, and I know you took a break from
Probably,
Star Wars as
probably a
well.
lot of BDO, sweetie, because like it. Well, taking the break come a combined thing of like needing to be around my family. Because for
Yeah.
like 2 years, from 2017 up until that point, you're thinking about me sitting in front of a computer, completely ignoring my wife, my kids, my mom, everybody around me while I did this for eight, you stream for 6 to 8 hours at the time. I needed the break. I needed to have that time with my family. Yannick, I am your daddy. You need to ask around. They'll tell you I am your daddy.
Oh my gosh. Uh, well, I think I'm sorry. There was a question about do you have any other projects that you'd like to be doing with regard to whatever community it is? Like you just got back to Star Wars. How are you liking it?
So far it's okay. I really don't get a lot of thing like that, which is some good. And I'm able to play it and have fun and not be interrupted too much. And it's been to that point. I've always liked the storyline, so it's fun to get in the storylines and maybe choose an option you didn't choose last time or what have you. But I'm enjoying that part of it. So it's not been bad as far as coming back to streaming. I didn't really. How can I say it? I didn't plan on coming back to streaming this month. Um, Thought, of course, it would be somewhere around November and shit with the way things were going with my mom at the time. But you know, things happen. Doctors are good. You do shit. You get back on track. So that's where it's at. I still stream a lot of BDO too, Nami. So I mean, that's the thing. The BDO, I still go there. Nothing against Sportor, but that's where I make my money.
Well, yeah, and also you guys don't know this probably, or some of you guys don't know. I was in BDO, and actually, it
Don't
was
go there.
someone that I
Don't.
knew came and to help me out, and I guess did an attack or whatnot. And next thing you know, bam, there was Kelladorn, and I just see a flurry of whateverness, and yeah, me and my horse were dead. That's all I know. That was the end result. Was I was dead
Yeah.
on the ground, and Keller's like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry. You're dead."
Yeah, you got pretty shit gear in that game. I got to be honest.
Well, I mean, I'm only level whatever it was at the time, but yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're pretty darn good with. I know there's some people that are starting to play BDO, so I mean, definitely
You want me to give them tips?
give. Well, I was gonna say if they have any questions,
Kind of
perhaps they can
tips.
send them to you. They can send those questions to you if you're in my
Here's
Discord.
here's the tip I would give to anybody getting ready to play Black Desert on. Okay, my character's already 62 and it's got a whole lot of gear. So when you get level 50, boys, I'll give you just the tip.
Then you get the whole length later on.
Yeah, I will give you just the tip.
Oh my goodness.
That's the best way you can learn to play that game is to get your ass beat in that game. And trust me, it's going to happen. It's open world PvP, and you can't stop it from happening. There's no off button. It's going to happen.
Don't tell that to Richard. You might get excited.
Well,
There's a lot of forced interaction. I'll put it that way.
yeah, I was gonna say with open world PvP, you just expect that. I just didn't
Mm.
expect it was going to be by someone I knew. I mean, there was more my surprise.
Well, I mean, if you'll stream it more often, I'm pretty sure I can stream snipe you every day if you need me to until you start to learn.
Okay, all right. Note to self: never streaming BDO. But yeah, that's pretty much all the questions I think we have. Is there any questions out on the chat that anybody has for Kelladorn?
I
I feel
got a
bad
question.
for. Oh, go ahead.
I got a question for TMG. Is TMG here?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
So my question to you, Battle. I've watched your streams and I've seen you go at it. Sweet tits, when are you going to get back to a normal schedule?
It's gonna be a while, man.
I still love you anyway, brother.
Appreciate it. Love you too, Battle.
Questions from chat. I don't think anybody's got the balls to ask me any questions, Nami. You're all right.
Wow. Someone asked him a question.
I'm looking in your chat. There's really
Someone
no.
ask him a questions and show him you have balls.
There's no one in your chat with the balls to ask a question. There's really nobody.
Like Peter's like, I do. I have balls. Okay, what's the question, Peter?
What are balls?
I take that back. Ryan may have the balls to ask me a question.
It's 2 plus 2.
2 plus 2 can be child support either way you swing it.
Wow, Richard.
Okay,
You
yeah,
wanna
we're not
ask
saying that. We're not saying that. Anyways, if there isn't any questions, then you guys can think about it. If you think of a question later on, we can come back to you.
I can actually answer that question, Nami.
Oh.
No,
I think, you know.
I mean, the answer's simple. No, unless it comes with
It comes, right?
It comes.
unless the head comes with where I have to pull the bed sheets out of my ass at the end of it. But other than that, no.
Okay. Anyways, I am going to get on. Wow. Okay.
I heard anyways I'm going to get on.
Why did I get question?
No, we're going to get on to. Okay,
you got
a
legit question. You got a legit question in your chat.
Oh my gosh.
Look,
Yeah.
Why'd I get an SO earlier?
Okay. So, oh wow, you have a deal. We shall discuss detail. Richard, we don't want you on the computer. Step away. Step away.
Richard, keep your mouth away from my penis. Okay, this way I'm going to put it.
Okay. Anyways, we are then going to head over to TMG. TMG. First question, can you hand me over some shots, please? Because I think I need them at this point.
Right?
But yes, let's get over to TMG. Everybody knows TMG's TankMikeGolf. Funny streamer. Every time I go in there, it's just like a party. So can you introduce yourself, TMG?
Hi. I'm TankMikeGolf. Used to stream a lot, used to play a lot. I like to have a sip when I play and listen to music and have a good time.
That's exactly the feeling when someone goes into your stream. That's for sure. So, anyways, how long have you been playing Star Wars? And how did you find out about the game?
I actually started in 2012. My wife, I'm lucky, she games, even though she's a filthy PvEer. She got me started into the game. We bought the game when we lived in Australia. I looked at it for like, I don't know, 8, maybe 6 months before I installed it. But Star Wars was my first MMO, and it's obvious now that I can't get away from it. I've tried, and I'm here.
That's a good game to be stuck to. Now, are there other games that you like to play?
I tried. I enjoy Fortnite. Complete garbage at it. I just reinstalled Battlefront 2 to play with some friends. I'm going to give that a try. But I always come back to SWTOR, damn it.
I know. Same. We still have to play Fortnite together, though. Because I suck, too, so,
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. So, are there any other interests, then, outside of gaming, such as hobbies that you like to do when you're not gaming?
I like to dive when I get the chance, so summers I usually take about a week or two and go somewhere and go stay at a dive resort.
Oh, nice. So where have you been diving at?
I was fortunate enough to learn how to dive in Australia. I've been to Hawaii, Belize, Honduras, and Mexico. California. Wow. Yeah.
I remember, this is a side, but I went to, have you ever gone to Cancun?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh my god. You know what I'm talking about. Shaha. Shaha. Did you go see Shaha?
Mm-mm.
Shaha is what considered one of the largest like natural like um I think they call it like a fish. I forgot how they referred it to, but it has all the fish from all over the world is there in this big. Consider it like an outdoor aquarium, and you can go out snorkeling and whatnot. Um, have you ever gone to the like Cayman Islands or anywhere down there in the
No,
Caribbean?
no. The only place that besides those places that I've been diving at was in Cuba. But no, I haven't been to the Bahamas or any of those places.
I got to tell you, Cancun seemed to be a lot better for at least my experience in trying to see like tropical fish and going under the water. It seemed like Cancun was the better place, and that's probably either I wasn't in the right place or I'm not too sure. But yeah, definitely go check out those places. Definitely Cancun if you ever get a chance to go there. Um, Fish is
Once you
just
get the
wonderful.
shits from the well water,
I'm sorry, what?
once you get the shits from drinking water,
No. It's yes, no. That was years ago. That's not currently. Now, as how long have you been streaming?
Roughly since the end of maybe 2012.
Oh,
Just super casually. Nah, maybe not that long. Maybe 2000, mid 2013. I kind of started tinkering with it. Playing with SWOTOR, some friends. They would record things, and I just started tinkering, with OBS and learning how to do it, and just started streaming.
well, I know this question is probably not a great one now that you're in school. But how many hours would you say that you stream Star Wars?
Well, because I'm in school now, I probably only maybe 8, maybe 10, 12 a weekend if I don't go too hard on Friday. I mean, every Friday I always say, "Hey, I'll be here the same time tomorrow," and I'm either studying, wink, wink, or in bed still.
steady,
You know, the last couple of streams I've had have been with Mickey, and I'm trying to teach the young lad how to do shots. It's taken a little bit longer for me to recover to my advanced age.
I did see that stream. Now, what would you say your favorite activity here in Star Wars is?
Well, now, I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I only used to PVE. There, I said it. Um, I used to raid 6 nights a week with my wife, and yeah, you don't poop where you eat. So we don't even game together anymore. So after I quit raiding with my wife, I started PvPing, and I'm still trying to learn how to PvP. But that's what I enjoy the most about the game is the PvP. I've been very, very fortunate both in regs and ranked, playing PvP.
And I know you're around a lot of the PvPers as well, so you can get some, definitely some tips, I guess, with regard to whether it be ranked or even in regs on different classes. Now, what class would you say that you like the most?
Right now I'm trying to Sork. So I'm playing a little bit of Madness. I'm gonna excuse me, try to dabble in Lightning a little bit. But just right now I'm enjoying playing the Sork.
That was my first tune and or class, I should say, and that's what Filter's on. He's actually a really good Sork as well. Now, are there any changes or recommendations you'd like to see in the game since you've obviously been playing for a long time?
This is where a lot of people are probably going to get mad at. Uh, but I don't play it enough to realize. I mean, I think it goes without saying that the new gearing system is garbage. I have actually heard it from BioWare SWTOR employees that they're not happy with it. Mistakes were made, and they're working to fix it. But I just don't play enough to be able to make any kind of sound recommendations. We're getting really good. Well, for the most part, consistent rank pops, consistent reg pops. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy. I actually just resub to the game because all my winning streak in SWTOR streams has seemed to come to an end.
Now, is there so it's the beginning pretty much of the new year. Is there something you want to accomplish in game, or is there anything that you want to accomplish, I guess, in IRL?
Well, in game, I would like to be a decent sort. Um, you know, I want to be good at Sork. I want to be able to play it and be viable in rank. IRL, just keep getting the awesome grades that I get because it may not look like it, but I'm a real genius. No, I was just kidding about the genius part.
Well, I saw some pictures of your books, and I'm like, holy moly, that's like two encyclopedias, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that is some major studying right there. Got to give you props for that. Now, how often do you go to school?
5 days a week.
Oh my! About how many hours?
I'm taking 4 classes, so that's 12 hours. How many hours a day? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my short days, so 8 to 3. Tuesdays and Thursdays are like 9 to 5 days. I'm on campus all day, either at the library or I've got a couple of classes, but in between classes, I'm usually in the library.
Oh wow! And how's that going?
So far so good. The students are really, the younger students are, pretty cool with me, except I wondered how come I didn't get invited anywhere to spring break with, some of my finger quotes friends on campus. And then somebody broke it down to me from Bad Feeling Podcast. They probably think I'm a narc. So, there's that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's probably true. Although, like I told you before, I think you're probably the coolest guy on campus.
Well, thanks for that. I doubt it, but
I don't know. You're a very damn cool streamer. That's all I gotta say.
Cheers, battle.
thanks, brother.
What would you say your proudest achievement is in game?
Was being semi decent, not too bad, pretty good progression tank. Back in my PvE days, there's no way I would try to tank in PvP. That's way too advanced for this old guy.
All this guard swapping and all that.
Yeah, those guys. There's a lot of good guys I've watched out there streaming tanks and stuff, and it's just
Yeah, I'm like, how are they watching that? Plus, doing stuff. I know it's insane. So here's actually, I guess another question that kind of spawns from that is, what would you say the game as far as play styling has changed from when you first started to now?
Well, we've gone through a couple evolutions of your proficiency. I miss the good old days of Smash and hybrids. Shut up, nachos. It only happened once. Leave me alone. No, so I'll qualify that last comment in your stream.
Yeah.
When I was a brand new tank for this rating group, TankMikeGolf, my shadow, was my second tune I ever made. So I leveled him as a DPS, and then because it's faster that way, and then switched over to started tanking for this raid group. And we got through the first 3 bosses of EC hard mode when that was progression years ago, and I did it with a focus because I'm that awesome. But the game changes. You know, you used to be able to do hybrids, you know, things like that, change your trees and your abilities. So that's gone through the, I guess, the quality of life, or you can, you know, some people say that they've dumbed down the game, which I've got no beef with because I've got a folder full of screenshots of old, you know, proficiencies and how you do them. Whenever I ask anybody on a stream, hey, show me your talents, you know, I'm taking pictures of it because I can't remember that shit.
Yeah, I do the same thing, just with my own tunes.
Mm,
From one bar to the next, I'm like, oh, I gotta take a picture of where all my abilities go.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
even remember, you know, the names of the abilities. Only some. I know it's really bad. I think someone said it earlier, where you have all these tunes and you're dabbling in each. I think this was the games, but you're not proficient in any one of them. That would be me. I'm, I'm better with certain classes, but yeah, for the most part, I'm like, huh, what? Too many abilities to think and remember. Now, have you seen any significant changes in the community? We'll speak of the Star Wars community since this seems to be pretty much the only game that you play.
Yeah. To be honest, I have been super, really extra fortunate in my experiences in the community. Even more so in PvP. When I'm doing ranked, you know, for the most part, people will politely say, "Michael, you're drunk. Go back to regs." You know. So I've been fortunate. I've always had pretty good experiences with the community. You know, I keep hearing the PvP community is toxic and da 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 da, but you know, there's too many ways to not deal with it. Turn off your chat. I know that's kind of garbage. You shouldn't have to turn off chat in a game that we're all paying to play. But you know, there's an option. Just ignore it. Um, you know, as far as that goes. But I've been really, God, I'm blessed. There's the word. You know, I've been really blessed with my experience in the SWTOR community, both PVE and PvP for the most part.
So you would say that pretty much the community has been good
Uh,
for all these years.
and that makes probably all our case.
Hmm. Now, in this community, who have you been inspired by? And also, is there anybody you know of that you've inspired?
Um, when I first started streaming, obviously one of the first streamers I watched. Well, I watched Daily PvP for a while. He was real good at answering questions. You know, helping me out with some things when I was first thinking about streaming and what were different things on people's stream. You know, layouts, green screens, etc. And then Snave is, you know, Snave has been great for the community. I know people have had their problems with him, but I know right now if I sent him a DM that he would, if he was awake, he would answer me back. You know, with any kind of tech question, vitamin question, or whatever. So he's helped me out a lot. As far as me inspiring anybody, I I don't think so. No one's ever came to me and said, "Hey, TMG, you know, I'm doing this because you inspired me."
Well, Mickey
Yeah.
probably is. He'll probably say that.
Ah, shit, Mickey. If it wasn't for Mickey, I'd be 100 times worse on a Sin Shadow. Ah, thanks, Cog. You know I love you, man. Yeah, Mickey, and it was actually Mickey and QAC, you know, spent hours, literally hours with me on Tatooine trying to teach me how to play a deception. You know, there, and like I said, again, my experience in game, you know, I've asked people to help and they've helped, you know, for the most part, we've got a really good community in this game. I
Yeah,
mean, no
definitely.
bullshit.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what would you say is there anything that you feel like you could do to make this community an even better one than it is currently? Like, what could you do now that you've gotten so much help from everybody else? Is there something that perhaps you yourself, and I know that you're quite busy these days, so maybe it's not a fair question, but is there something that you would like?
Well, to help the rain community, I could quit drinking so much, or or find a line that when I cross this line, I need to quit queuing because as I pay for the game, other people pay for the game, and they don't want to have to deal with some drunk dude that forgets the bubble or takes 10 years to figure out what happens when you get a marinette, you lose your phase walk, stuff like that. But if somebody asks me something, whether on stream or in game, I try to help. I used to be like super liberal in like pug groups. Even if I just random won a piece of gear and I didn't need it, I'd whisper somebody and give it to them. Look at their gear. I just try to pay forward all the help that's been paid to me.
Now, are there any projects or events that you'd like to host or be part of in the future?
I'd like to be a part of. Your community events are really taking off, but they normally, unfortunately, I've had other stuff to do. As far as hosting events, hell no. I'm sure there's a ton of, when talking with Cogass and Sadie, you and I have never discussed it, but in talking with like Snave and other people who've put on these tournaments, there's a lot of shit to do. And I'm video game internet lazy, so doing all that stuff behind the scenes to put something together is not for me.
Yeah, hopefully you can join for the third community streamer event. That'd be great.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't get invited to Ladies Night Out. I guess the ladies don't want to game with TMG,
but you know what? You're not wearing a top. You're showing your nips off. You may be able to get in.
Nothing wrong with his nips. You just got to pick the hair out of your teeth when you're done. That's all. He's all man.
Oh my god.
And that will answer the question on why I do not have any VOD.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that's funny. Now I'm going to get into something that's that's kind of segueing from Star Wars for a moment. I know the reason why I guess we paired you guys together is because you both are vets. And you were talking about diving in different parts of the world. Now, was that because you were stationed there, or was that vacation? Actual vacation?
The Australia and Cuba were stationed places I was stationed, and the other places were places that I was able to visit.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
Right?
Now, how long were you in the military?
23 years, a couple of months, and a couple of days.
Oh wow, you were longer than my father was 22 years in the Navy. So you were in the military for a long time.
Yeah, I was.
Once again, you lucky bastard.
You have a good pension too, I'm sure.
I do all right. I mean, I married well. I married an enabling woman, so she doesn't tell me no. That's why I have all the Razor toys and any video game toys I want. So right. I'm fortunate.
So, what branch were you in, by the way?
I was in the Army, and okay. I was in armor in the Army. I was on tanks.
Ah, Wyatt seen TMG. Nice. Also, to Kelladorn, you were in the military. You're a vet as well. How long were you in the military?
I didn't get the 22 years that TMG got. I was like 93 till 2000.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up. I'm sorry, 93.
I was 93 to 2004, right around 11 years with a little bit of off time. Okay. But I'm happily retired, so I'm good.
Yeah. And what branch were you in?
I was in the United States Army.
Oh, okay. So two
So
Army men.
yeah, me and TMG are battle buddy. So and that'll be for life because
Yep.
Isn't
that's a
where
specific
was
club,
Kogas?
boys.
Kogas was in what? Was he in the Army as well?
No, he's in the Air Force. He was in the chair force.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Uh,
That's right. That's right. He was. Sorry, Kogas, for forgetting that. That's right. You were in the Air Force. Huh.
We
Well,
love him though.
I will go ahead and pass you over to Phil Torino and see if he has any questions for you.
Fuck, we're getting passed around. What the fuck?
right.
Jesus.
Well, I don't even see Phil Torino. Where'd he go? Did he go
Hey,
AFK?
we getting paid for this? I mean, passing us around and shit. I mean, you know.
I think Filter is left.
Phil
Hey,
Torino's-
Fielder, wake the fuck up.
Oh my God.
He might be AFK or something.
Yeah, he might have went AFK. He's here though.
I know what it is. I already know what it is, guys. I know what's wrong with Fielder. He's AFK. When AFK too long. We took for those of you that don't know, and Nami too. Last night, Fielder went on a journey with me where he was able to see all sorts of different streamers, and he's probably squeezing his hog, and it's taking him just a few more minutes to finish it out. So he'll be back here in a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Just let the man get some relief.
Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, are there any questions from the chat for TMG or for Kelladorn? Or TMG, do you have any questions for Kelladorn?
Oh,
No.
Kelladorn just says it. I mean, he just tells
I
you
don't-
whether you have a question or not.
I don't think that the banner between me and TMG can be put on a stream.
Yeah. Kelladorn and I chat all the time. Well, not offline, but like off streams.
Yeah, you guys got this. That chat is, yeah.
Oh
Sometimes-
my goodness.
Sometimes some things are better left unsaid or heard about.
Oh fuck! There you go, TMG. You can, oh god, how big
How
that
much-
question?
How much do I love Canada?
Oh.
A whole bunch. V. I love our little sister nation to them. I never did play or do play Skank Tank on my shadow. I'm a bad one trick pony at best. When they were a thing, I talked to Cogas and a couple of people about it, and I always threatened to do it. Hey, I'm going to learn how to tank in PvP, but I've never.
All right, for Vimmerpris, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on you, TMG. For
right.
Vimmerpris,
All right.
gotta say more than Canada than just that. I mean, you know, she's really all about knowing what you're saying about Canada at this point.
All right. Whose dumbass idea was it to put French fries covered in gravy? French fries are eaten with ketchup, period.
God damn it, I love you, Mike. I love you for that. God damn it, I love you for that.
Wait a minute. It is really good. It's called poutine. When I was there, where did I go? I went there twice actually, and it was good. I had it on the last day, and I was like, I stopped at a restaurant before I went off to catch my flight back to LA, and I was like, oh my god, why have I not tried this whole trip?
Because it was a bad idea from the fucking start. That's why.
No, it's really good. Really, really
They
good.
call it poutine, and the reason they call it that is they pronounce it the way it smells, like a fucking poot.
No, it does not. No, it's not. It's pretty good actually, with cheese and whatnot. I was in Toronto. That's where I went. I went to Toronto. I was like trying to think, where the heck did I go?
Man, the cheese and gravy, TMG, are really they do that shit?
Oh my!
Fuck.
You guys are just used to army food, okay? the packets. That
Yeah.
that actually is really good. So I'm right there with you, Vemapris. It is some good stuff. I guess the question to Vemapris: do you eat French fries with ketchup?
Richard is awesome. Did you see that?
Smells like 4-wheel socks.
You guys are nuts. So, is there any questions that you have for one another? So nothing, right?
Nah, we're good. We're good.
Man, me and TMG are always good. I mean, we ain't got, there ain't nothing we can say to each other other than, you know, other than having the bro love going.
The
Cover,
bro
you know,
love.
that's about it. We got the bro love going on. So, yeah, I do have a question for TMG. I honestly do. This has come up before, right? We asked you, you got to go down to Bioware, not Bioware, but you got to hang out at podcast, right, with Bad Feeling Podcast and do a
Yeah.
little drinking, with Musco and all them, right?
Yes. Twice.
Is he really a fucking manlet?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my fucking god!
I think he's like 4'5" at best. No, he's a little taller than that, but he is a short fella.
Oh, a grown up midget. We don't get to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was your trip, by the way?
It was a good time. You know, they it was kind of not a weird time to do it. I don't mean it like that, but you know, with celebration around the corner, there was only so much they could let loose of as far as information. You know, there was a bunch of questions asked, and you know, they sat there and just shot awkward glances at each other, tried to change the subject. So one can make the assumption that there are good things around the corner, and we can all bitch, piss, and moan about it. But you know what? Most of us are going to be here when 6.0 comes out anyways. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the things that I know for myself that I try to keep it positive and whatnot is exactly that, is that, you know, you can sit there and bitch about the game, but if you're hitting play, it's obviously not that bad of a game. So, but I do understand some of you guys who have been playing for much longer than I have, that you probably have seen what they've done to all the MMOs. I mean, World of Warcraft was the same thing, although it is much harder to level in World of Warcraft to getting to a max level. But I mean, you hear that from a lot of games that they dummy it up, you know, along the way.
What are you smoking, girl? You can get from the fucking 120 in a few hours. You just, it's a who you know thing.
Oh, who you know thing. Oh, you mean as
Yeah.
far as running dungeons and whatnot?
No, they group you up, take you in a high end fucking raid, and just farm the trash over and over, and you level up.
Oh, wow! There you go.
WoW level gate, more to follow.
Oh my goodness. I did not
No.
know that. I did not know
Mhm.
that. And what is this been just a recent change?
No, we've done that from Jesus shit. No, we've done that since Lich King and a
Really?
yeah.
Did not
I used
at
to-
all know that.
Look, we used to when ICC came out for WoW, right? The last raid for Wrath of the Lich King, we would take people into WoW, and like they could be level 1, and we'd get the team together and take them into ICC, right? Because they were still leveling up, or you know, sometimes you get a gate on when you can go into an instance, but if we could summon them in the instance and got them there, we would go through and kill the trash and just pull it out and let them get the experience.
Okay.
How is the current player base of SWTOR right now? I'll answer this question. The current player base of SWTOR right now, I have to tell you, is pretty strong. To be honest with you, it's not an abundant a populated game, but it is far from a dead game, despite what you see and hear on the fucking internet. Because a game's dead to any asshole that can't play it. So just get in and play the damn game, get hooked up with a community, and have fun. There are plenty of people to play with.
This is true. There is
Word.
a lot of people to play with for sure. So, anyways, I don't know, where is Filter still here?
He may be doing some queue time with the wife or something. It's bad, you can't. Or he may have had an emergency come up and he just couldn't tell us about it and popped off.
Yeah,
It's
probably. So what I'm going to do is, if there isn't any further questions from the chat, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And I want to thank you both for being here. And
Thanks for having me.
TMG, keep on those books. You're doing a great job. I have mad respect for you, especially
And
going to
thank you.
school
Will
that
do.
much. I did not know you were taking 4 classes. But yeah, definitely mad respect. And I'm kind of
thank-
sad that you're not going to be streaming today. I thought for sure you might stream for a little bit.
Thanks for having us both on here, Nami.
Yeah.
It was good to talk to you, to answer questions, everything. And, other than that, I mean, it's a podcast, right? So you put it, people can go watch it and everything. But thank you for having us on here. It's been a pleasure. Oh, shit. I forget. Do we have any influencer in chat, Nami? I got a very important question.
Well, you have Kogas and maybe Peter's still here. I don't know. He's in EU. I don't know if he's sleeping.
Okay. I need to know if Christopher Pike's going to be in the next expansion.
Kogas says no.
Fuck.
Oh, he said
He-
yes. No. He was
Yeah,
was
yeah.
talking about whether there's a Bioware influencer. He was like no, but yeah, he said yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So there is a reason to keep playing. Okay. That's about all I got for it.
There you go. But yes, no, thank you both for being here. Honestly, it was good. I mean, the reason why we have these pod streams is to kind of get to know everyone kind of more on a personal level, right? It's kind of hard to get to know somebody with it, being in each other's stream chats and whatnot, right? Where it's pretty much surface layer. This is a little bit where we get to know each one of you. So, is there anything that you'd like to, I guess, add or want to tell anybody about you, like a little tidbit before we wrap it up?
I just want to apologize to anybody I've ever shittily whispered on a Friday night after asking me to stop queuing, because that was just angry drunk chat.
Here, Drew, do more research.
Other than that, that's it. I don't mean to be toxic to anybody when you tell me to quit drunk playing.
Hey, man, you do realize most of this game is old farts getting drunk these days, right?
It would appear that way.
And what about you, Kella? Anything you'd like to say before we
Well,
wrap this up?
Yeah, you guys that are playing, man, like, for everybody out there, like, I touched base on a little bit, you're going to hear stupid shit like, the game's dying, the game's dead, the game's on live support, blah, 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 from various sources or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you can't let anybody shit on your fun. So if you want to play the game, play the game. There's still plenty of people to play it with.
Absolutely. And if you are not already in our Discord, you can find the Discord link underneath my stream, and you can contact either one of these guys